Great, now we get to learn a little bit more about multi-factor authentication with this hands-on demo. Let's start by going into IAM, and we're going to be logged in as our admin user. Okay, now we're going to go onto our users. Let's go ahead into this non-priv user that we created. Now, one thing we can see here right away is that there is a warning that we have console access enabled without MFA. So it's telling us there's no MFA enabled for this account. Now we're going to go into security credentials. And now we can see right here, multi-factor authentication. We have no devices enabled. So let's go ahead and go to assign MFA device. Okay, we're going to start by naming our device. So we're just going to call it my MFA. We're going to, for this demonstration, we're going to use an authenticator app, and we're going to go through next. So what we need to do is we need to show QR code. What we have to do now is we have to scan this QR code with our device, and then we need to enter in 2 consecutive MFA codes. So let's see how this looks on a virtual device. All right, now for this lesson, for an MFA device, I'm using this emulated Android device right here, but this is going to work the same way on an Android device, and also an iPhone, it would work the same way. First thing I did is downloaded the Google Authenticator app, which is a free download from the Play Store or the Apple Store. We're going to go ahead and now that we have this QR code showing already, we're going to go ahead and select Authenticator, open it up. We're going to get started here. We're going to select Scan QR code. Now we're going to go ahead and point at that QR code, and then we have to enter in the first 2 MFA codes that we have. So we have 63653. And then now we can see the timer on the right hand side, and should give me a new code here. Perfect. Now I have my next code here, which is 890744. Perfect. So now I can add the MFA, and I can add account. Perfect. Now let's see what this looks like. So we can see right here that there is an MFA device that's now associated with this non-priv user. We can go ahead and remove it if we wanted to, or resync it, which would have us go through that QR code and then enter those numbers again. But we can see also that it was created this time, and this is the identifier for the device, which has the name that we gave it for my MFA. Now let's go ahead and try to log in with it. We're going to go ahead and open up an incognito window. We're going to open this. And now we're going to log in as our non-priv user again. Okay, so first we have to enter in our alias. And now we're going to use non-priv. We're going to enter in our password that we set before for this user. And now look, we get prompted for an MFA authentication. We have to enter in the code to complete the sign-in. This code is going to be what's displayed over here. So let's go 402547. And you can see it resets right now. So if I let it expire and then let it go. So if I try this, it doesn't work. So let's go ahead and try that again. Now if I go ahead and enter it in before it expires, perfect, I was able to authenticate. So now we've been able to authenticate using our multi-factor authentication, which we know is a best practice to enable for something like our root account. Keep in mind that if we lose this device, or if something happens and we don't have it synced anymore with this user, then we're going to go ahead and have to go into our admin user and either remove MFA from this non-privileged account or resync it or something like that, because we can't log in without this MFA device now. And because we're going to use this non-privileged account for a few things in this course, I'm going to have us go ahead and remove the MFA device so that way that we don't have to keep on authenticating and we don't have any issues caused later on in the course. So just in case you close the other window, we'll go ahead and start from here. We need to make sure that we're logged into the admin user because, of course, the non-privileged user only has read access to IAM, so they won't be able to do anything like remove an MFA device. So we're going to go ahead and go to IAM, and then we're going to go to users, and then we're going to go to non-priv, and then we have to go to security credentials. We're going to go ahead and select the MFA device right here, and then we're going to select remove. The MFA device can no longer be used when signing in. Remove. There we go. And now we have no MFA device.
This wraps up
Again,
the multi-factor authentication
demo. Console
demo.
access is enabled.
Now let's move on to AWS access methods.